Release it. 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 Release it.
सदा सुहागन रहे. This is DJ Lee.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing a review to Muskhil. Sorry if I'm saying the title really weird. It's not really like, I've not really said this film name that many times in my life, so I don't really I don't know, I've not really said it that many times, so as I've only watched the film once in my life, so yeah, I'll be doing a review of Muskhil. I actually this film got released in 2016. I've only literally recently watched it in 2021 for the first time in my life, very recently. And yeah, basically I wanted to watch it when it came out because being a Ashwarya fan, I like to catch up on all the films. And at the time I didn't get a chance to catch up on the film, and for years I never got a chance to watch it. But then recently it was on Amazon for free and I think I know why it was for free on Amazon and why Amazon wasn't charging. I definitely understood when I watched the film why it was free. Oh, it was brilliant. Yeah, seriously, like, oh my god, such a great movie, amazing. Yeah, I so loved the film. And so yeah, Muskhil came out in 2016, starring Ranbir Kapoor, Anushka Sharma, Fawad Khan, Aishwarya Rai. Who else is in the film? Am I missing anyone? Sorry if I've missed anyone. To fans of the film. But yeah, when this film came out, it had like mainly mixed reviews. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. And I'm sadly more on the side of the not so liking the film. Not so liked it, sadly. But yeah, I watched it recently for the first time in my life, and I was so yeah, I might as well just go through it. So I wrote it all down. I've had to write it down because I've only watched as the film didn't really stick with me, so I had to write everything down instead. That's so bad. Oh my god, I feel so bad. And what was Aishwarya thinking doing this film? I don't mean to be mean, but like, come on, like, she's better than this as well. But yes, this film is directed and written, and dialogues are also written by Karan Johar. And who's the other person who wrote the dialogues? I can't remember the name, but some of the dialogues are so cringe as well in the film. I'm just like, oh my god. But yeah, so the film starts off. Let's get right into it. I've got my little book here. Right in my little book. So film starts off with Anushka and Ranbir Kapoor. I can't be asked to say anyone's characters' names because I've already forgot. I watched the film like 3 weeks ago. I was meaning to do a review like back then, but I didn't get a chance to like make the video for it. And I'm sweating today because it's a really hot day, so forgive me if I look, like a dude. But yeah. So film starts off with Anushka and Ranbir. So sorry fans of the film, I apologise. So yeah, basically in the film it starts off with them two, meeting and this and that. Like they're with partners at the beginning, the both of them are, then they eventually they'll be partners with partners at the beginning of the film. So yeah, basically that happens, whatever. So yeah, Anushka and Ranbir have their own partners at the beginning. So yeah, I just sort of got fed up of the Bollywood references after a bit. I'm not being mean, but like they kept doing the references in the film. Sorry, by the way, this is spoilers alert, so I more likely going to spoil the film for the people who've not watched this film before. But yeah, I just got fed up with like the Bollywood references of like 80s Bollywood, they're referring to this and that. I got fed up with it after a bit, only reason being, especially if Bollywood's trying to attract foreign audiences, that these foreign audiences are not going to know what you're talking about. Because they haven't watched, like, some of them haven't watched like the old Bollywood films and don't know the actors' names and actresses' names that they, whoever they will mention anyway. They're not going to know. So if you're trying to attract foreigners, then what is with these like 80s Bollywood references? And after a bit in the film, it's really cringe, and you just get like really annoyed with it. And then there's Anushka Sharma dancing around in the snow, or like Bollywood style, and I'm just like, it's just like really cringe. And it's just like something for, I don't know, the director to enjoy himself, I don't know, of like, his, Bollywood dreams when he was young and everything, and do this for a laugh, Anushka, get on the snow and dance in a sari and freeze your nips off. Sorry, excuse my language in this review, by the way. This video is definitely not made for kids. So yeah, let's just freeze your nips off in the side in the freezing snow. And but yeah, so I do feel like, yeah, Gordon Joe is basically in this film reliving his young years in the 80s. I think he just used it throughout this film just to do that. And then she stupidly, Anushka, so she like friend zone Ranbir, tells him she's not into him, and then she stupidly invites Ranbir Kapoor to her, sorry to say Ranbir, well I'm saying the whole full names, so invites Ranbir to her wedding. Imagine if it was, yeah, so I'm just double checking if it's okay. So yeah, she invites him to her wedding stupidly. Why? When you know this guy's into you, why would you invite someone who more likely likes you to your wedding? Obviously that's not going to end well, is it? So she stupidly invites him to the wedding, but I understand, okay, I'll let the film off because they need to create story, you know. They need to like somehow move the story forward. So okay, I'll just forgive this one, that's fine. Okay, and all I've got to say is, oh god, you know who I feel sorry for the most in this film? I can't, the poor, yeah, basically who I feel sorry for the most is the poor plant pot. I mean, like, that plant pot did not deserve to get hit on Ranbir's chest the way it did. So yeah, that is literally not fair on the poor plant, because the plant did nothing to him. So, you know, you should have, like, you know, not touched him at all and, you know, left him in peace. But yeah, that scene is absolutely ridiculous when Ranbir Kapoor gets a plant pot and then starts hitting it on his chest, and he's like and he's acting like a little child. He's like doing this. Oh my god, Ranbir's character is so annoying in this film, by the way. He acts like a child nearly throughout the whole film. He really does your head in. I'm like, how are people supporting this guy? How are you meant to feel sorry for his main character? He's horrible. He's actually a horrible piece of work. And yeah, so he's hitting the poor that plant pot. I feel so sorry for. That is like quite sad for him. It's not fair. But yeah, that scene was so funny, and I had to show Luke that scene because what I'd done was rewinded the film. I had to show Luke it because I was like, oh my god, you've got to check this stupid little scene out. And I was just like, yeah, so I was showing Luke that scene, and Luke was even like, what the fuck is this? What? So my double chin keeps coming up. Oh god.
Best actor in the film was the plant part.
The plant part did the best acting in the whole of the film. I respect that plant part, but he got abused. It's not really fair, you know. The really good actors always get abused, don't they? Oh, a bit like the nepotism of Bollywood. Hey. Oh, that's another subject I've got to go on to another video soon I'll be releasing. But yeah, so yeah, the plant part was the best actor in the film. Lou was just like, wow, just give an Oscar to the plant part with what he's gone through in this film. And he looks like a big child in that scene, and it's so funny. Oh, it's the funniest scene of my life. I swear that's Gordon Joe in one of his relationships, maybe, like in real life. He hit a plant pot on his chest and thought of the idea and thought, I'll put it in Dil Mushkil, my next upcoming amazing film. At this point I don't know what's worse, Student of the Year or Dil Mushkil. It's a very hard decision actually, but sorry, yeah, so I don't know what's happened to Gordon Joe's films over the years. They used to be brilliant back in the 2000s and late 90s. You wouldn't believe the same director of like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai who's done this film. Like, how is that even possible? But yeah, I don't know what's happened to his films. I think they just threw up all over themselves, his films have. So yeah, Ranbir Kapoor, after abusing the plant pot, like, what's that word? Proper abusing the plant pot. I can't think of the word. He meets Aishwarya at the airport, and then Aishwarya's like, I bet she's just secretly thinking, I wish I never was at the airport at that time when he was at the airport. But yeah, all I've got to say is what a waste of Aishwarya's character in this film. But you know what? The best acting actually came from Aishwarya and Fawad Khan. Like, them two were like actually really good in this film. I really enjoyed both their acting, and I thought Aishwarya's character was the only one with some common sense and brains. The only one with the brain was Aishwarya's character. That's it. While Anushka and Ranbir Kapoor keep doing this really like disgusting acting throughout the whole film. I'm sorry, it's just literally full on like annoying acting. It's so cringe. And both of them, Ranbir and Anushka, are actually good actors. I actually think they can, in other films they can act. They're usually really good. In this film, I don't know what happened. They were just doing really cringe, annoying acting. Just done my head in this film. Both of them did. I was like, I can't even watch these two. They're really annoying after a bit. Oh my god. No, like I'm less annoying, you know what I mean? Like, you know, not like I'm no one's perfect, I get it, but acting wise in this film, they just done my head in. They really did, and especially with the whole 80s thing at the beginning, which is just trying to drag the film out. It's like, no. So yeah, meets Aishwarya. So yeah, so he meets Aishwarya, starts a relationship with her. You know, it's going all nice at the beginning, as all relationships. It goes all beautiful at the beginning in films, and then it goes all like explodes. Oh, did I just give that away? Oh, what happened there? Sorry about that. But yeah, so what he does is he invites married Anushka to him and Aishwarya's place for a meal, and he acts like a child throughout and tries to make Anushka jealous. And I'm just like, his character is a dick. Like, stop it. Like, he's just trying to make her jealous, and I'm like, come on, don't make it obvious, Captain Obvious. Like, literally, stop making it obvious that you're still in love with her in front of your new girlfriend. Like, come on. And he's coming across as, it's just being such a horrible person in this scene, and you actually feel sorry for like both like Aishwarya and Nushka's characters in this scene, because he's just like really horrible. He's just the way he's acting, and it's just like a full-on child. It's like, grow up, what, you're 10, get over yourself. And yeah, so yeah, and then of course, Shah Rukh Khan and Alia Bhatt appear in the film for their nepotism appearances. You know, just to bring more nepotism, as Karan Johar just loves like reaching for that nepotism and just dragging it into his films. Hey, look at this famous face. Look at that famous face. I've got Shah Rukh Khan in the film. So Shah Rukh Khan's meant to be Aishwarya's ex, who before this scene, Aishwarya and Ranbir bump into and stuff, and this is when Ranbir has a realisation about the best love in the world is the one you can't get hold of. When someone doesn't love you back, and I'm just like, what? That's the most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. The best love is someone who doesn't love you back. Well, you're wasting your life. What, you wait until you get old to literally like go after the person you want? Like, what? That makes no sense at all. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But the best love is that what? Who wrote that dialogue? I just don't get it. So yeah, so Shah Rukh Khan was good. You know, his acting's always good anyway. He was good the time he was in the film. One thing that doesn't make sense is how would Alia Bhatt be friends with Anushka Sharma when Anushka looks like she's in the late 20s and Alia looks 19 in the film at this time? At this time when the film came out, Alia still looked 19, so that makes no sense at all. How would these two even be friends? It was just for, you know, just more nepotism, you know, appearances really. And we all know, like, Karan Johar's butt is literally up Alia Bhatt's. Oh my god, it all rhymes together. But yeah, Karan Johar is just up Alia's arse anyway. We all know that one. He's just like his long lost daughter he always wanted or something. It's just something really weird with that relationship right there. But yeah, anyway, sorry, let me get back to the film. So yeah, he ditches beautiful Aishwarya. And Aishwarya, beautiful woman who wants you, who actually cares about you, who's got a brain, is smart, who you could actually like, who would actually be loyal to you. But no, he decides to run back to Anushka, who would never want him anyway. He's more likely going to get friend zoned again. So, oh no, does he run back to Anushka in this scene? Oh yeah, he sort of does, doesn't he? He does try to get, yeah, he tries, doesn't he? Yeah, but so yeah, then Karan Johar copies one of Gangana's movies, which comes to the next scene in the film. So yeah, Ranbir Kapoor, he basically sits in this spot where he knows Anushka will bump into him in the cold. So he's like apparently been sleeping outside for 2 days. Barely, apparently in the film he's like, oh, well, I've not eaten nothing or something like that. I've been sleeping here for 2 days, and it doesn't even look like he's had a rough night's sleep. It's like 2 days. If you were actually sleeping outside, you'd literally be looking rough by now. It doesn't even look rough, and I'm like, you sure this guy's been sleeping outside in the cold for 2 days? That makes no sense. Get it right. Oh my god. But yeah, so Karan Johar copies Gangana's film. So Gangana's Gangana Ranaut, I can never say her surname ever. Another brilliant actress. She, in one of her films back in, I think it was like 2014, 2015, she basically had cancer in that film. Gangana did. The film was really boring. It had Imran Khan in it. It was the most boring film. I don't even remember the title. That's how boring this film was. And I watched it in cinema. And it was just so boring. So towards the end of the film, Gangana gets cancer. So what Karan Johar does is he copies that. Of course, Gangana got cancer in the film. Let me have one of my characters in a film get cancer. It's like you just sort of copy that film a little bit. But then people say no, he didn't, because in Gulhana, Shah Rukh Khan had cancer. He's done it before anyway. He's the first one to start it off. But I do feel like he sort of copied it a little bit, and I also feel like there's a part of the film where it's shot in Paris, and I feel like that's copied from Gungana's Queen film as well, where, you know, that was shot in Paris, and I feel like he's just sort of copied that with this film too. Maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do feel like that. But I'd say the only good thing about this film is it was shot really well. You know, visually it was really nice. The film was edited perfectly. I give credit to the cameraman and the editing team, of course, the most, because at least they made the picture beautiful, nice, at least. Picture wise, yeah, as in it's all beautiful, nice. So yeah, and then of course he tries to so all of a sudden he pretends to be Mr. Nice Guy again. He's like, oh my god. So he finds out basically, and Anushka tells him that she has cancer when she finds him in the spot, and he's like, oh my god, oh, you have cancer, let me pretend to be a supporting a nice person out of nowhere and help you through your journey of like going through a difficult time like this. Let me help you, let me pretend to be Mr. Nice Guy again, even though I was a complete arsehole to you at the beginning of the film when, you know, I invited you around for dinner with my new girlfriend. Wow, let me just pretend I'm all nice now. I'm going to pretend to be Mr. Nice Guy when I've been acting like a child throughout the whole film. And I don't think there's probably one of the most annoying film characters on this planet. It's got to be Ranbir Kapoor in Dil Hai Mushkil. It's got to be the most irritating characters ever. Yeah, it's like a child throughout the whole film. And now he's pretended towards the end of the film to be Mr. Nice Guy. Then all of a sudden what happens is, again, she friend zones him anyway, and then they have a big argument, and then she like fucks off wherever she goes. I don't know, she just goes somewhere. I think she like travels and goes somewhere, like on a plane. Oh, yeah, she gets on a plane next minute, doesn't she? So yeah, oh, and then she all of a sudden gets on the plane, Anushka does, and pretends to pass out, and then like uses the cancer card. I'm like, what? Huh. That is literally what an arsehole thing to do. Like, it's meant to be like, that scene's meant to be funny and we're meant to find it funny, but what about if someone actually went for cancer in real life and literally saw something like that and was like, what, she just uses the cancer card to get an ambulance to take her because she wants to go back to Ranbir. Oh my god, what an arsehole thing to do. But I'm like, it's meant to be funny, this scene here, but it's a bit of an arsehole sort of scene, I thought. But yeah, she like pretends to pass out, and then she's in the ambulance, and then she's right there talking to Ranbir. Yeah, so she's there talking to Ranbir in the ambulance. He finds out that she got, you know, taken off the plane because she passed out. And then all of a sudden, like, in front of the ambulance guy, she starts, like, saying about the tricks she pulled. Obviously, the ambulance guy doesn't probably understand Hindi, I'm guessing. But right in front of him, she starts, like, acting all normal. I'm like, you are in front of the ambulance guy. Isn't he going to be like, you're acting suspicious. You just passed out a minute ago. Now you're acting all normal again. Like, nothing was wrong with you ever. Like, it's just so stupid, the scene is. It just makes no sense. And they're trying to do it for comedy, but it's just like, what? It just feels all over the place, to be honest. And yeah, that's all I got to say. And then it's obvious, you know, I don't know, he wants to be, I don't know what happens at the end, if they, by this point I don't really care if they want to be friends or they just want to, like, if they want to carry on being friends or they want to actually get in a relationship. I have no clue. By this point I gave up on the film, so I was just getting annoyed throughout the whole film with the cringe acting from them two mainly, Anushka and Ranbir. And yeah, so all I got to say is I've never seen a film with so many breakups, divorces, friend zoning at its highest. I've never seen a film like that in my life, and this film's like, it'll confuse you. It'll take you on an up and down roller coaster and very much confuse you. It really will. You're just like, what? I'm going nuts. You know that like meme of like the guy that looks a bit like Jackie Chan, and he's like, what? Like that, like with his two hands in the air, like what? That's what you are. That's the face you pull when you watch this film, and you feel like that guy. You question a lot, and you question humanity as well. Like what stupid films that get made these days that makes no sense. So yeah, Anushka and Ranbir's acting, yeah, like I said, is trash. So yeah, making Anushka have cancer in this film so audiences cry, but we've seen it a million times in films anyway, of people getting illnesses and trying to make people cry just to get people to be on this, you know, film side and enjoy the film. And no one should even dare say Ranbir Kapoor is a nice person, because he's just been a dick throughout most of the film, and don't you dare towards the end of the film make out he's something innocent and nice out of nowhere. Not even like he has a realisation that he's been an arsehole, and even like, you know, he doesn't even have that realisation. He just immediately goes, I'm Mr. Nice Guy, whoa, let me cheer you up, I care now. And don't know. But yeah, that's it. So he's like, oh, be nice just because she has cancer. Like, yeah, I'll be nice now. I want to be nice now out of nowhere. It makes no sense. But yeah, this film is just aimed for mainly females. I'd say females it's aimed for. I grew up watching good films, you see, so I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else, no, not saying that at all, but I did grow up watching really good action films, you know, as well. So I grew up watching, yeah, I did grow up watching good films, and I grew up watching old Bollywood, which was much better. Like 90s, 2000 Bollywood was better. I have to admit, there was a bit too many love stories though. There's a bit too many love films of Bollywood. That's the only thing that Bollywood's biggest flaw is, too many love films. But other than that, I did enjoy the films in them times more. I grew up watching them films over my childhood more. Today's Bollywood in the 2010s really has gone downhill. I think ever since the film like Student of the Year came out, I think the industry went trash. The nepotism started, it just went trash, and I'll have to bring that up in my upcoming video anyway, about that one. But yeah, the films have gone downhill. Dil Hai Mushkil was really bad, an awful film. Would I watch it again? If it was on TV, no, I wouldn't watch it again. Definitely wouldn't willingly buy it on DVD because the film annoyed me that much. Definitely wouldn't waste my money on DVD. The only time I watch it is if I'm smashed, but I have to be really smashed just to laugh at it, because there's a few things when you're drunk you can laugh at in the film, and then question the stupidity as well at the same time. So you know what, it's a good film to laugh at when you're drunk, but other than that, I wouldn't pay money for it. I would not watch it again and again. No way. Or if I watched it again, I'd have to be really drunk and just to take the piss out of the film. That's all. That's all I have to do. And sorry about my language in this whole review, but you know, my channel's definitely not made for kids, sadly. So, but yeah, that's my review of it, Dil Hai Mushkil. If there's some things you didn't agree with me, let me know in the comments, or some things you did agree with me, just let me know as well. I'd love to hear other people's opinions on this film. I've read reviews online of the people that just didn't understand the film as well, and I understand, it makes sense why they said that. It was like something really funny. I was watching like reviews, like there's a YouTube video of like the people that just watched the film back in 2016 that were coming out the cinema, and they were interviewing them and asking what they thought of the film. And there was an older guy that said something really funny, and I can't remember what he said. He said literally something brilliant as well. You know, I do. If I remember, I'll put it in the description below of this video. Yeah, if I remember, I'll definitely put it in the description below. But oh my god. Yeah, just funny to watch when you're drunk. I'd say watch it when you're smashed though. Please watch this film when you're smashed. Don't watch it sober, you'll go insane. You'll go insane trying to like question things. But yeah, but yeah, that's everything I've got to say. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe to both mine and Luke's channels, and I'll put the links below. And of course, like, you know, rest in peace, Lampard. Or if he's still alive, then just stay away from an umbilical board, please. Just do what you can, just stay away from him. Save yourself from the abuse. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all soon.